Holy cow, is that Doc live and in person? Where you been, Doc? We've been on our fall vacation, beach vacation, for the past 10 days. So I've been gone. I've been off the grid. Totally gone. But you are going to freak out when I go over the news that I've got to share with you. Number one, we decided what we're finally going to do, our 2020 giveaway, and it's going to be $5,000 cash. $1,000 cash each month to one of you subscribers to let you guys do a project that you want to do. So whether it's landscaping, whether it's a house repair, whatever you want to do with it, $1,000 check to 5 people for the next 5 months. I'll go over that in a later video. Big announcement number 2. No, I'm not pregnant. Big announcement number 2, after 15 years of saving and wanting to buy, waiting for a certain house to come on the market, I heard my wife screaming in the living room a couple weeks ago, and the house that we wanted to buy on our little beach island came up for sale. It was a kind of a bidding war on the house, and we got it, and we closed in 3 days. So knock on wood, if everything goes right. And it's a 20-year-old house that needs some cleanup, some renovation. We're going to do structural changes to the house. We're going to redo the interior of the house, and I'm going to put it on video for you guys because it's a really, really cool house. Like I said, we've been waiting for 15 years to do this. It finally came up. It was a freak of nature. It was total blew our minds. So on our trip down to the beach, we actually got to go inside the house, do a walk around. I'll do a walk around. I met with the general contractor. I met with the architect. We get that whole ball rolling, and I'll actually, during these colder months when we don't have a lot of lawn stuff to do, I'll actually take you through that renovation process, and that should be cool. Matter of fact, I went and I got soil samples from the front yard because the yard looks like crap. We got to redo all the landscaping. So that'll be really cool. If you're looking for details about the giveaway, if you're looking for more details, you're going to have to hold on. I'm going to do separate videos over the next week or two. I'll go over all that stuff with you. You don't have to worry. Just make sure, of course, you click the subscribe button, that red button. And then in the link below, I always link to our website. I build a page. And on that page, it'll say join our email list. As long as you're on that email list, you have to be a subscriber and be on the email list. We use that for a random number generator, and that's how we pick the winners. So do that. That's sort of a heads up on how you do it. So 10 days I've been gone. More than that. It's been almost 13 days since I've seen my lawn. The good witch has been coming over here. I had her coming over here almost every other day, maintaining the 4 different yards, and she did a great job with it. I wish I had paid more attention to the actual rain and weather forecast because it could have used some more water, but overall it looks pretty good. So I'm going to walk you around the yard today. We're going to do a few things. Here's my soil sample from the front yard. I got to get that sent off. I'm going to send this off to Clemson, have a soil test done. What else? If you have not put down PGF balance yet, it's cool. It's cool out here. It's all 70s. Now's the time. Order your PGF balance, which is a professional grade 10-10-10. If you have a southern grade grass, go ahead and put that down on your lawn right now. No more high nitrogen because the grass is basically going to stop growing. It's going to stay green probably for the next month or two, but it's not going to grow. It does not need energy. So we don't want to be dumping nitrogen down on warm season grasses like Bermuda. Put down a light coat of 10-10-10, the PGF balanced, and then also Humichar. We'll be putting down Humichar. For the next 2 months, I'll be dumping down Humichar on all the lawns, getting that down. Again, I'll link to those products down below. That's about it. So I'll take you around and I'll show you the update from what everything looks like after vacation. By the way, I'll take you across. Remember the weed kill-off we did? Had some decent results over there. I'll take you across the street. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. I'll grab the camera and go over there and show you. So if you watch that renovation series that I did, I sprayed the curtain of death on this lawn across the street that was 90% weeds and 10% Bermuda. And then I showed you the progression of the weeds dying off. They don't have irrigation. We didn't get a lot of rain, and the temperatures have started to drop. I wish they had bought this house a little bit earlier. I wish I could have got my hands on it sooner, because let me tell you what, if I got my hands on this lawn back in June, it'd be solid Bermuda right now. But you'll be able to see the mindset that I use of killing off all the weeds and letting the natural Bermuda reestablish itself. Again, this will make sense to you guys that have watched this series and how he transforms these weed-ridden lawns. So here's the test patch. And the test patch, now this was all weeds a year and a half ago, and now it's just absolutely gorgeous. But this is the lawn over here. So you can see everything that's brown is a weed and it's dying, but look at all the Bermuda that's starting to come up. Can you see it over here? Look at all that. Everything there is Bermuda, is starting to grow up. I'm just sad that we don't have another month of warm weather, because this would just all engulf this. It looks great. Even over here, look at this. See what I mean? A couple weeks ago, what was this? A couple weeks ago, this was all weeds. Look at it now. This area here is almost all Bermuda. But see these green areas in here? So these are dead weeds in here. But look at this, like this green area right in here. And that's nothing but solid Bermuda right there. And that'll all take over. That'll take over this whole area in here next year. Overall, very happy with the results. Almost all the weeds are dead. The only thing left is basically Bermuda. Next year, they'll have a beautiful Bermuda lawn. It's the same thing we did on these other lawns down here. I'm good, how are you? Her lawn's looking really nice. This weather is insane. It's breezy. It's 70 something degrees. So what I've done, let me show you what I've done to the front and my mower settings. I don't let my Bermuda get real tall for the winter. A lot of people do, I know, but I like to keep it fairly short still. So we were cutting this at 1/2 inch, and I'm just gonna bump it up to 3/4. That's all I've done. So this morning I came out and I bumped this up probably about another 1/8 of an inch or so. And then I took my leveling rake and ran my leveling rake over to get all the moisture off of it. And it's looking pretty good here. See where I am. 3/4 of an inch there. Man, that's just gorgeous. Look at that. Gorgeous stuff. This is kind of a cool season thing where temperatures are now in the mid-70s during the day, and this is when you want to plant cool season grasses in the fall. So what I'm doing is I'm planting creeping bent back here, and all I'm doing is I'm taking a rake, just taking a leveling rake like this, and I've done this a couple times, and I'm scoring the ground, opening it up, and just throwing some additional seed because we had some huge rains come through. But you can see how it scores the ground, like right here. Makes these channels, and then I just put out a whole ton of seed. And now Jess, instead of rolling it, we just grabbed the big True Cut and just rolled them. So why don't you go ahead and just... So she's just flattening it down is all she's doing. All right, so that's all done. So we've raked it, we've seeded it, we've rolled it, and then I've watered it. And then the last thing I like to do is whenever I plant seed, I like to come out and hit it with some super juice. I always do that, and every time I hit it with super juice, I end up getting much better germination. So one last thing before I pass out. I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. I'm going to show you these $2 tomato plants that we planted a couple, 8 weeks ago, I think. They were about 8 inches tall. We bought them at Walmart. They were getting ready to throw them out. Look at these monsters. Look at those monsters. So that'll show you how tall they are here. That'll show you how tall they are here. I mean, this thing is just so thick. Jess came out and helped me tie these up a little bit. These things are just monstrous. And they are just loaded with tomatoes. Look at this. Absolutely loaded with tomatoes in here. So, I will get a late tomato crop, which is good. One that's turning red down here. Again, no fertilizer on these, just the Humichar compost. That fresh stuff, it just explodes, man. She was shocked. She came back here and she was like, oh my God, look how big these things are. All right, so I'm gonna sit down for a minute. Let's just go over a couple things real quick. Remember, we're talking about October. Now I'm in Georgia. Your temperatures are going to vary, but once your temperatures start to hit that 70s, your warm season grasses are going to go into what I call a pause phase. Last month, when we were 80s and 90s, it was grow, grow, grow. And then all of a sudden, bam, fall hits and it's 70 degrees. And this lawn is just going to stall. It's just going to pause. You'll get just a little bit of growth, maybe 1/4 of an inch a week, maybe to 1/2 inch. It's just going to pause out. So you got to be careful. Don't do anything drastic. Don't do any major cutting. Don't do any scalping. Don't do anything. You're going to put down Humichar and PGF Balanced. Those are the 2 things you'll put out. Put that out. PGF Balanced. Also, you start to put down your pre-emergent. I'll link in the description below to all this. If you haven't put out your double kill for armyworms and grubs, put down your double kill. Put out your pre-emergent, put out your PGF Balance and Humichar, and you're done. You're pretty much done. We're ready to let the lawns go to sleep right now. So let me touch on real quick just how freakish this whole house thing was. We had booked this fall vacation months and months ago, and we have rented the house next to this beach house for 7 years. We've rented, and my wife has always said, that little house on the corner has so much potential. It's just an amazing little house, has so much potential. And the fact that it came up on the market a week before we went on vacation was really freaky. I mean, it kind of freaked us out. My wife literally was screaming in the in the kitchen. She was online on Zillow, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's that house! That's that house!" So we had to jump on it. I think it was within 48 hours. We had the deal closed on it, and we closed. I signed the papers. I'll probably be signing documents tonight through e-sign. I'll be signing the closing documents tonight. We officially close on the 24th. Couldn't be happier. Like I said, we've been planning this for 15. We've been going there for 20 years. We've been planning on buying there for 15 years, and we've wanted this one house for like 6 or 7 years, and it came up on the market. It should be a really cool renovation project that I can put not just the house itself, but the landscaping. The yard looks like crap. I mean, it's just nasty. It's all weeds. But we're going to renovate the whole thing. We're going to redo the landscaping. We're going to reconfigure the house a little bit. It's going to be a really cool project. I hope you guys enjoy it. The giveaway that we're doing, it's our way of giving back to you guys, just to say thanks for all your support over the past couple years. You guys can get some projects done, and I'll do videos on both of those. The house video and the giveaway video will be coming up over the next week or so. So it's time for me to just go rest a little bit. I'm the type of person, I'll try and do too much. So talk to you later, guys. Doc.